Is the don't ask, don't tell policy unconstitutional? Hi, I'm Aniki Nippon. Now, the first thing I would like to point out about military law is it is not constitutional law. Now, under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, there are plenty of guidelines that are against constitutional law. For example, contempt towards officials. Any commissioned officer who uses contemptuous words against the President, Vice President, Congress, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of the Military Department, the Secretary of Homeland Security, Governor or Legislature of any state, commonwealth, or possession in which he is on duty or present shall be punished as court-martial may direct. That is technically a violation of free speech, and so is disrespect towards superior commissioned officers, so is insubordination conduct toward warrant officer, non-commissioned officer, or petty officer. Also, the General Article 134 is technically against the constitutional law because you're basically able to be charged with a crime that they have not specifically written down under the UCMJ. So under civilian law, that would technically be illegal. With that said, do I think that don't ask, don't tell policy violates constitutional law? No, I don't. Even if they were to say that the don't ask, don't tell policy was unconstitutional, it doesn't take away the sodomy law. The sodomy law is as follows. Article 125, sodomy. Any person subject to this chapter who engages in unnatural carnal copulation with another person of the same or opposite sex, or with an animal is dealt guilty of sodomy. Penetration, however slight, is sufficient to complete this offense. Any person found guilty of sodomy shall be punished as court-martial may direct. The conditions under which somebody could be committing sodomy is A. The person giving consent cannot give consent because they are not of age. B. Anal or oral sex. And C. Bestiality. The Commandant General James Conway says, the don't ask, don't tell policy works just fine. However, the don't ask, don't tell policy seems to step over the boundaries of sexual harassment and saying that just by virtue of the fact that knowing your fellow man, your fellow soldier, is a homosexual automatically brings down the morale or the unit cohesion, just by virtue of that fact. And that's why I don't like the don't ask, don't tell policy. And I encourage you, every single citizen, to write their senators and say, I don't like the don't ask, don't tell policy. Please change it. That's what our senators are there for. In summary, I don't believe the don't ask, don't tell policy is unconstitutional. And I've read so many articles where they talk about, oh, we praise the federal courts for doing their job when there's really not a constitutional question of this law to be in place in the first place, in my honest opinion. However, it's not for the federal courts to find it unconstitutional, as we the citizens are supposed to write and voice our opinion through our elected representatives so that we can have an effective law, an effective rule that we all enjoy. And that's how our liberal democracy works, so give me a thumbs up and please subscribe.